It's spoiler time! Let's start off with talking about Superman, who's they've been hiding in all the promotional material. But Henry Cavill as Superman, I love his performance. I love this new suit. It's more vibrant, it's more blue, I like it a lot. And it was great. This is the Superman that we've all been waiting for. It's a sort of light-hearted more Superman than the brooding one. I do enjoy Man of Steel. I just rewatched it recently and I'm surprised by how much I like it. But yeah, lots of people don't like it, and I think this is the one that they sort of want, sort of like the Christopher Reeves version, but not as goofy, what's the word to say it? Not cartoonish, like caricature of Superman. But this is like what a modern version of Superman would be, but that brings hope. Ben Affleck as Bruce Wayne, I love it. I love how subtle he is, I love how serious and brooding he is. And there is growth between his characters since BVS, also Gal Gadot's character since BVS, and I will talk about both of them. But first, I'm sad that if it's true that Ben Affleck's going to leave, it's sort of saddening because I love his performance as Batman. And J.K. Simmons, who played Commissioner Gordon, I want to see more of him. He was great also. And Gal Gadot, you can tell that she's grown as an actress and her character has grown since Wonder Woman, since BVS. There's been reference to Steve Trevor in the movie, which I think was a nice light touch, and the argument scene where she and Bruce Wayne was arguing in the Batcave, talking about their morals and how to approach the team as a leader. I think that scene is very crucial and very important, and I do like it a lot. It's one of my favorite scenes in the movie, and I would love to see more because there is the same scene similar like that in Avengers, and it's Cap and Tony, and that moment was like the whole cinema was like intrigued into it. And that happens also in Justice League. I can tell the whole cinema was intrigued with it, and I do want to see more of those. Aquaman was quite disappointing to me. I like Jason Momoa's portrayal of him. He's quite awesome with the trident and everything, but I feel like they didn't showcase his power to the fullest. Because even when he's swimming, it looks like that he cannot talk while in water. I don't know if he actually can. Supposedly he can, right? But the moment where he was with Mera have to do the water control and make it air for them. So I don't really know how they're gonna approach Aquaman in the Aquaman movie, but I hope they display his full potential and his full power. Maybe they're saving it for that movie. But I do wanted to see more of Aquaman in this movie. And Cyborg, like I said in my non-spoiler review, if you haven't seen that, check it out. His backstory was kind of cut short because they're rushing it, and it sort of leaves some questions for non-comic book viewers. I can sort of fill in the blanks, but for the non-comic viewers, they'll be like, wait, so he's in an accident, and then so now he's a robot, and he can do tech stuff, and now he saved the world? Because he got a crucial part in the team. At the end, he's separating the mother boxes, and with not that much of a progression, it sort of hinder the whole character arc. Ezra Miller's The Flash was, I would compare it to how Tom Holland plays Spider-Man, sort of like a comic relief. He's just fanboying with everything. Oh my god, stop right there. I'm in. Oh, can I have this? And then he's like, yeah, Cyborg. And like he's just such a light-hearted character. It's like us watching it from the stands. We're like, oh yeah, I want to be in that team. I want to be with them. It's gonna be fun. And so he's sort of he's the comic relief. I like the jokes that Ezra Miller did. And one of my favorite moments in the movie was when Superman got resurrected and they were all fighting him. That scene was epic. And then Ezra Miller's The Flash was like running, slow motion. You can tell the Speed Force is like, and he's just running. And everything is in slow motion. And he looked at Superman, and Superman's like, his eyes is moving, and Ezra Miller's Flash is just like, and you could tell that he's crude, and it is so hilarious. I love that scene. That is one of my favorite scenes in the movie. I'm not kidding you. And talking about Superman and Flash, post-credit scene number 1, the race. Oh, I think the Flash will really win, but I wanted to see the end of it. Oh my god! But I love how they put it in the post-credit scene. The scenes in the beginning when Steppenwolf first appeared, I love it. The Amazonians look epic. And so, I don't know why I did that voice. But I love those moments, and Atlantis, we sort of see it. It's quite cool also. Mera's power is awesome. What else? The Batcave was cool. And I like the scene where Flash is just exploring everything. Jeremy Irons as Alfred was great. J.K. Simmons was great. We have Connie Nielsen as Queen Hippolyta. She was great also. Like I said, my non-spoiler review, I think this movie did what it's supposed to do very well. It's aiming to progress the DCEU, or the DCU, or whatever it's called now, into the future. I like where they're going. They're taking it with a lighter tone. They have comedic moments in it. It's no longer very serious, Nolan-esque anymore, Dark Knight-esque. They're taking it into a style that fits them. And I like where they're going with this. They accomplished making the fans excited for the Justice League, and they accomplished forming the team together as one. Although, like I said, the movie, aside from being rushed, it sort of fails being a film. Don't get me wrong, I love the action, I love the dialogues and everything, but the plot is very thin and very generic. It's like, okay, bad guy, form a team, some scuffle in the team, save the world. It's like, we've seen that, and it's very generic, and it's one of the reasons why the movie didn't do as well as it could be, even though, like I said, it did what it's supposed to be. It could have been so much more, and Steppenwolf was a very disposable character. He was one of the worst villains in general in comic book that I've ever seen. It's very forgettable. This movie as a whole, I feel like in a couple more years, it might be those movies like, oh yeah, I remember that movie, but it's not revisited as much. Because even though there is some moments that are sort of wow moments, the movie as a whole feels pretty disposable. And I do think the next Justice League movie, whatever it is going to be spectacular. Because this movie feels so much like a stepping stone. Also in the movie, when they're saving the world in that Russian city, they only focus and go back and forth in one family. And I feel like due to that, they sort of reduce the tension of like, oh, people are actually in danger, because they only focus in one family and tell of the whole scope of the whole town. And if they did that, I think there will be more of a sense of danger. And the final showdown between the League and Steppenwolf was quite fast, especially once Superman came. But I guess that's what happened when you have Superman on your team. It's too easy. And because of that, it feels rushed once again, but I do think it makes sense a lot, and I do enjoy the fight. Talking about the final fight, when Superman comes in, I can tell in the song, I can tell in the background of the music, like dun 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 dun, very subtly, with the Man of Steel team coming in, and suddenly dun 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 dun. I had goosebumps because of that, and they shoot at Superman with the blue suit, ready to battle Steppenwolf. That is so good. And we have Danny Elfman, Batman team, when he's riding the Batmobile into the town. If you notice that, that is so good also. Alright, I'll save this for the last post-credit scene with... Okay, and saving the best for last, the last post-credit scene with Deathstroke, played by Joe Manganiello. And we have Lex Luthor, played by Jesse Eisenberg. And the scene starts with in Arkham Asylum, if I'm not mistaken, and Lex Luthor is gone, and he's replaced by an impersonator. And so we see Lex Luthor in a boat with Deathstroke, and apparently they're forming a team, maybe the Legion of Doom, or whatever it is. But I'm excited for that. Who's gonna be the villain? We know Deathstroke's gonna be there. Probably it's going to be Batman villain or Cyborg's villain, because Cyborg was in Teen Titans, and Deathstroke was quite a big villain there. We know Lex Luthor is going to be Superman's villain. Maybe Cheetah is going to be Wonder Woman's counterpart from Wonder Woman 2. Who knows? Aquaman, maybe there's Black Manta in there, or Ocean Master. That's going to be interesting. And for the Flash, we can have Captain Boomerang, maybe, because we've seen him in the DCEU movies. Or maybe we could see someone else, like maybe Reverse Flash. And for Batman, it could be Deathstroke, or it could be like Joker or Harley Quinn, or maybe someone new all over. So I'm interested in that. Alright guys, that's a spoiler review. It's quite short, more than So yeah guys, that's a spoiler review. It's shorter than I expected to be, but I guess that's because the movie is quite short and I've covered most of the action scenes. I just love the movie. I might go rewatch it again Even though I don't think it was a perfect movie, it's an enjoyable movie nevertheless. What do you guys think of the spoiler review? Which of your favorite moments of the movie is... Let me rephrase. What is your favorite moment of the movie? Tell it in the comment section below. And also comment, why do you think this movie sucked? Why do you think the movie is good? I want to hear your opinion. Let's start a conversation thread down in the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe and click the bell button right below to get notification whenever I upload more videos. And share this video if you like it. Share it with your friends, with your family members, so you could talk about it and talk about this movie. Follow me in all social media platforms at JA It's gonna be right there, link in the description if you want to. And until next time, ciao out.